So for dinner on Sunday night, I made a garlic chicken with broccoli and spinach. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take some sort of oil. I personally am using this garlic and butter flavored coconut oil. I'm using 2 tablespoons. You are welcome to just use cooking spray olive oil. Use whatever you want or don't use any at all. If you have a really good nonstick pan, it's up to you. And then you are going to add in 1 pound of diced up chicken. So I just took some chicken and cubed it up in about 1-inch dices because you want it to cook pretty quickly because it's supposed to be like a 15-minute meal is how they are advertising it. And then you're going to put 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning and then a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes if you like them. If you don't like them, then leave them out, but I love them, as you guys know, so I went ahead and put them in there. And then you're just going to saute this up for about 5 or 6 minutes or so, however long it takes for your chicken to get done, depending on the size of it. So you want to go ahead and cook the chicken all the way through. And then you're going to add in some minced garlic. I used 1 big heaping tablespoon, but use whatever you'd like. And just stir that up and let it cook for another minute or so just to cook that garlic up. And then you're going to add in 4 ounces of cream cheese. I am using that, that third less fat cream cheese is what I'm personally using. You're welcome to use like fat-free cream cheese, regular cream cheese, whichever you like. The fat-free cream cheese, of course, would bring down the points and calories and fat on it, but I'm just using the third less fat. So I'm going to stir that in a little bit to get it all incorporated before I add in the rest of the ingredients. And then next up, I am adding in a Roma tomato that I chopped up. So just 1 whole Roma tomato. Those are little tiny tomatoes. And then also adding in 12 ounces of steamed broccoli. And I went ahead and steamed this ahead of time in my microwave so it was ready to go. And then I added in a half of this container of protein greens. I found these this weekend and they sounded really good and it was really good in this recipe. So they are sweet pea leaves. They have a little bit more protein than the others. So I used a half a container of that, but you can use spinach, whatever kind of greens that you want. And I'm just going to go ahead and give that a good stir. And then I'm adding in a half of a cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. Now here, a good substitution to make it more Weight Watcher friendly would be to add in the fat-free mozzarella cheese. You could add that in, but I like the shredded Parmesan. So I'm adding that in. I'm going to stir that around and it is done. So easy. That creamy sauce is fantastic. And again, it did not take much longer than 15-20 minutes to cook. So this was definitely an easy weeknight meal to put together. And as usual, I will have the recipe link down below as well as the points, calories, macros, and all of that will be down there as well. So for dinner Tuesday night, I made a recipe called dirty cauliflower rice. And you guys, this is so good. So super easy too. So to a pan, I'm adding in some grass-fed beef. This is the 93.7 beef. And also to that, I did add some of this butter and garlic coconut oil. So I'm just going to cook that up. I am adding in some garlic powder and then also some salt and also a little bit of pepper. So I'm just going to continue cooking that until it's all the way cooked through. And then to that same pan, I'm adding in a half of a cup of diced up onion. And I just used the frozen onion, you guys. It is so much easier. I hate cutting up onions. I forgot about the frozen onion. I'm so glad I saw it at the store and picked it up again. And then I'm also adding in 1 cup of diced red bell pepper. And then some diced celery. I used like 4 ribs of celery to put in here. And then I'm just going to give that a good stir. And then I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. And then about 3/4 of a teaspoon of paprika, 1/4 teaspoon of thyme, 1/4 teaspoon of dried oregano, and then a dash of cayenne pepper. And then now it's time to add in the riced cauliflower. So I'm just using this bag of frozen cauliflower. I did already steam it in the bag. This is a 12-ounce bag. I just figured it'd cook a lot faster that way. So I went ahead and steamed it. And so it doesn't have to cook as long in the skillet. And then to that, I'm adding in a 1/4 cup of chicken broth. And then also just a little bit more garlic pepper on top of that. And then basically it's done. You just want to heat everything through really well. If you hadn't cooked the cauliflower ahead of time, of course you need to cook it a little bit longer, but I'm just making sure that everything's heated through, the peppers are nice and soft, the celery is soft, and really that is it. Now, I get a lot of questions on how I figure out how much a serving size is. So I've showed you guys this quite often, but I just weigh out the entire batch on my food scale. I weigh it out in grams because it's just easier to divide that way. So I just get the amount in grams and I divide that by the number of servings. So in this case, there are 4 servings in this recipe. And then I know how much to put in my bowl. So again, I just get my bowl that I'll be eating this in and I just weigh out my servings. So that's how I figure out how many servings it is. So when I have people ask me how much is in a serving, that's why I really can't answer you, because it's really based on what yours comes out to. So I will have the recipe, points, macros, all that stuff down in the description box. And you guys, this was really good. I even had it for lunch the next day and it makes really good leftovers as well. So for dinner on Wednesday, I just wasn't feeling up to making dinner, so I just made myself a quick chicken salad. So I just have some grilled chicken strips, some avocado, some tomato, and then some ranch dressing on top. So for dinner this night, I am making keto pancakes. So in a blender cup, you want to add in 4 ounces of cream cheese, 4 eggs, and then this part I saw on Danielle's channel from Danielle Diaries. She added in some cake extract to her pancakes, and oh yeah, definitely going to do that. And actually I should say I am making keto waffles, not pancakes. So you're just going to blend all that up in a blender cup, and then you're going to use your waffle maker, or you could use this as pancakes, either one. So I have my little mini waffle maker here that I got on Amazon. I will link it down below. It's really cheap. I think I spent $8.99 on it, and there's a ton of different colors. So yeah, definitely pick you one up. So this recipe makes 8 mini waffles, and you just do 1/4 cup in your waffle maker. And you guys, that cake batter extract is amazing. It smells so good. It tasted so good in this recipe, and I cannot recommend that enough. I'm definitely going to have to be playing around with that extract and find other things to use it for. So I had my mini waffles with the Lakanto maple syrup. So it's just a sugar-free syrup sweetened with the monk fruit sweetener. So you guys, these are super good. Highly recommend this recipe. I think, like I said, I think Danielle does a similar recipe. I cannot remember the proportions of hers, but it's pretty similar, and you guys, can't be easier. Definitely check it out, and yeah, you won't be sorry. So you guys, be sure to check out the description box of this video. I will have links to recipes, the macros, calories, all of that stuff that you guys want to know. And if you have any other questions about any of these recipes or dinners, let me know down in the comment section. Please subscribe if you have not already done so, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.